I am live. Signing into the chat again. So I can type hello out there. All right, go back to my screen. There's the comment. And now we'll get to the work. All right, so what we're actually trying to do is we're finishing some plans. This is Sandwich Saloon. There's floor. Okay, so I need to find out. Oh, I also need to fix the summary table. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to put the client information off to the side so I don't put their private information out there. Got my iPad next to me. Okay, so yeah, the title of this one is Finishing RBP Plans. RBP Plans, Restaurant Beverage Program. That is a program in Los Angeles City. If you're not in Los Angeles City, you can't do it. And you can't do it everywhere in Los Angeles City, but for the most part, you can. And anybody, well, we will say that you don't know anything about alcohol or beer and wine since you're watching this tutorial. So, a regular conditional use permit from LA City, and a conditional use permit is what you apply for to get beer and wine or full alcohol. It's about $20,000 just to the city in fees, and then takes up to a year, 9 months to a year to get approved. A quicker and cheaper way is to use this RBP program, a restaurant beverage program. And you're like, well, why wouldn't everybody just use a cheap program? The cheap program comes with caveats. You have to close by 11 p.m. and there's a few other things, but that's the biggest thing. And some clients go, "Oh, you know what? We need to keep the patio open till midnight." Okay, then you can't do the RBP program. That's when you do the expensive and long process. If they're like, "You know what? We close at 9. We don't care. We'll agree to close at 11." Beautiful. And you have to be permitted as a restaurant. You can't be permitted as a bakery. You can't be permitted as a takeout. If you're a takeout, you have to go through a change of use through building and safety to become a restaurant. Then you can apply for RBP. And then whenever you apply to the city for a permit, you have to also apply to the state ABC to get an ABC license. That's the process. So these plans are to get a restaurant. I always say just beer and wine, and unless I'm told otherwise. So what you're going to learn, okay, storage room 589, and then storage room 220. So 589 and 220. 589 plus 220. So, okay, storage is right. Office space is 233. 233. She did that right. One of my employees who just left was trying to finish this, and she said, "Oh, I can't finish it because I'm leaving." She wanted to take a full-time position, and that's fine. We couldn't give her full-time um, because she didn't know what you're learning. If these videos would have been out there and if she wanted to want a job, I was like, hey, go watch these videos, learn what we do. When you've learned, come on back, we'll hire you full time. Kitchen is 602. This is where I was confused because she's got kitchen service area 50. Let's see. Service area 138. That's where things didn't get finished. So you double click on text. I like to double click here. 50 space square feet. You're actually only supposed to mark the main areas. So storage, office is correct. We always allow for beer and wine storage, and you technically have to show where it's at. And on RBPs, you have to, by a POS system, you have to have a complaint sign, a contact sign for complaints. Hey, um, oh, there's two POSs, contact sign for complaints. And then at the front door, you have to have a no loitering sign. I'm gonna move those words here because I don't want them overlapping here. And then no, no, that's wrong. You're supposed to have a note. This is why I double check everyone's work. So do you want to go outside, bro? Excuse me, gotta let the dog out. You want outside? Outside? You can go outside if you need to. He's getting up by the window like he wants to look out, or so he can get out if he needs to. Good boy, be careful. Need help getting down? Make yourself hurt. You got it if you need to. Get some fresh air. Okay, so with RBP, you have to have a no loitering sign by all exits. She did say no loitering sign and RBP placard, but that's two doors. There's no rear door. Okay, no loitering sign, exit to parking. I don't know what that door is. I don't like things written over things. Um, I want to treat that. You know what? I'm not going to get caught up in details. But what we're missing in front is they have to have a complaints con contact and it's contact and complaint sign. It's not contact sign for complaints. Oh, she worked on CAD that I can't read. So I just retype it. So I use my okay, what's going on? Oh, I'm doing a 1/4 inch. That's what's going on. I'm typing things. Spacebar for the yeah, I just drew two small things and I couldn't even see them. Oh, there it is. Where'd it go? There it is. Hit delete. So when I do this, I have to go up here and hit like 9 inches for my words to show up. So there's my words. So, okay, let me make it a center. Right click to go to properties. Then left click and put the center. Contact and complaint. Oops. Complaint sign. So now we space bar to select, delete, contact and complaint sign. So it's supposed to be like a phone number that people can call to complain, or it's comment. Oh my goodness. Hold on a second. I'm going to open up. I have RBP templates. I think she changed the verbiage because yeah, contact sign for complaints. Really interesting. Okay. Okay, I guess she had it right. Contact sign for complaints. Okay, sandwich or go back there. Let's say it's comment and complaint. Sign. Comment and complaint sign. Complaint? Is that spelled right? Complaint? Yeah, I think so. No, it doesn't sound right either. Shit. Contact sign for complaints. Let's put it like that. Contact sign for complaints. Okay. That keeps it simple. Okay, so boom, boom, boom. So, but yeah, there needs to be a context sign out here, not just a no loitering sign. So I'm gonna, with the selection tool, select, copy, paste, which is Control C and Control V. I've got the snap on, so I'm going to control the snap to go to that corner, put that corner to that corner, and then drag it over a little bit, and boom. And so now we're going to say, oh, keep forgetting, I can't type into hers. So, okay, click off of that, and boom, boom, boom. So, okay, complaint sign, no loitering sign, and RBP placard. Boom, that's covered. Because I only need one complaint sign. I'm not going to worry about putting a complaint sign there. Now go back to this. We need beer and wine storage at 22. Okay, dining. Why is she putting words? Okay, get rid of that one. Okay, 905 for dining. 905 square feet, good. So it's the kitchen at 602. I'm trying to figure out 602. Okay, there's the kitchen. Okay, so she had that right. I don't want these words over the lines. See these colored lines? I technically don't like that. She worked with them. She was used to, I guess, colored and okay, beer and wine storage. So the bathroom is not the beer and wine storage. And that can't be 22. Well, maybe it can. Let me see. Okay. You click up here and hold. You go down to this yellow one. That's going to get you square feet. You have to click it on all four corners of the room. And then to close it, you hit Alt-C. And 21, she's right. Okay. Escape to get rid of it. So that's 22 feet. So beer and wine, she's got 22 square feet. Okay. Common areas. Okay. So she did do this right. I don't know where she gets occupancy at 60. In fact, we don't need that on this. This is a summary table, as you see. We don't need that statistic there. That complicates things. So we're going to move this up. Okay. Now, what we do, I think she's done it already, is count all the square footages. 905 plus 809 plus 233 plus 22 plus 50 plus 602 plus 412 equals 3033. That's because we got rid of something. That's why she's got more. So I'm gonna probably have to, oh, good. 3033. 30, 33. Okay. Yeah, what it is, this common area, you label all the other rooms, the important rooms. Obviously, restrooms aren't on here. If there's a walk-in cooler, we wouldn't do the walk-in cooler, or that's usually part of kitchen. But we add up all the square footages, but it doesn't add up to the total size of the restaurant because what we normally do is we measure all the restaurant from the four corners, get a square footage, we put it here. So the difference between these added up and that is common area. So always add common area because city planners don't want to say they're stupid. They're like, hey, they don't add up. I'm like, of course they don't add up, morons. So they ask us, we'll put a common area so they can add them up and it adds up to that number. So control save. And let me just see if anyone's been out there. Nope. No comments, no nothing. That's fine with me. You'll see this back in replay. And usually this 9/16, we don't go to that exact measurement, but I don't know how to turn it off. So that's the floor plan. We have dimensions. We have statistics, summary table talking about all the dimensions that are in here. What we're missing, which you don't know yet, is a north arrow. So we got to figure out which way is north. So what I normally do is I will take the address, which is 813 Gaffey Street. 813 Gaffey Street. Open my GPS on my phone. 813 Gaffey Street, San Pedro. That's where it's at. And when I look at there, I see a square. Okay, so these doors are more than likely, well, I shouldn't guess. All right, street view. That's another way to go there. So we're going to open up this thing and go to street view. Street view, 813 South Gaffey. 813 South Gaffey Street. Oh, there's a sandwich saloon. Okay, so here's the back door. And I might be able to use a north arrow here if there was one. But, is there a directional on that? Okay. So the parking lot. Wait, that's sandwich saloon. Parking lot's behind it. That's 813 Gaffey. It's at the end of buildings, but how come it looks weird? Oh, there's parking behind it. Duh. And then there's that. Okay, so this is behind it. And so the north arrow is going in this direction. So this is behind it. North is going this way. So we go to our blocks, which is right here. We hover over it. It opens. We click on it once. We type N for north, and it goes nowhere. N for north. Take off the cap. Doesn't do anything. All right. It's supposed to, but maybe something got messed up. So we just dial down to, oh, this is their CAD. They may not have a north arrow. Okay, I have to go get a north arrow. Here's how we do it. We open. We go to any floor plan, really. I'm going to go to a floor plan because I always have north arrows. Copy. We open the sandwich saloon. We paste. And that's exactly which way the arrow's got to go anyway. So north arrow is going that way. So now we have a north arrow. We have all of our dimensions around it. We've got our square footages. We've got our square footages in there. We've got our alcohol. And this, it's a little small. So we're going to make this 1.5 and 1.5 in both directions. So it increases it correctly. There's the floor plan. This is a finished floor plan for RBP. Oh, no, it's not. Shit. We have to finish lighting. Okay, and this is fine. This is why we're here. We're here to learn. So I've got to go to the drive. You have to go to my work email, open up the drive, look up Sandwich Saloon, open up the videos, and watch the interior because we're supposed to give a lighting.
This is where they want to store their alcohol. It's like a little storage room in the back.
Okay, she's filming sideways.
There's the water heater.
Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't help when you're filming sideways. What I'm looking for is lighting in the dining room. This is kitchen. Kitchen, someone's butt. Okay. Oh God, they got roll-up doors? What the hell is that? I don't know if that's dining. This looks like it might be dining. I see chairs.
And then you go this way. The
Okay,
lighting.
yeah, they got a freaking roll-up door. Okay, so they've got, okay, this is like some bar area. They got a fluorescent there, which, see, I don't know which way she's facing. Uh, two walls and a counter. See, there's an opening here, which could be that. It's definitely not this counter because there's an opening there. And then she's going through to a dining room. Well, there's another dining room to go through to there. Oof, this is weird. Okay, there's dining and a door. Dining and a door. So this is where she's at.
Two four tops over here. Lighting,
There's
lighting.
incandescent lighting there.
That one's not used for anything.
Now she's looking over here, so I see that wall and the counters. Okay, and there's a short wall there, which is that short wall. So something was wrong here because when she came from this side, there seemed to be a counter much closer up. But now I'm looking and it looks like there was a lady standing here.
The lighting.
Oh, maybe not, because there's a lot of wall there. And there is a door there. So there's a door here I'm not seeing. Oh, it's back here. Okay. So I'm seeing, okay, so that's actually correct. This was throwing me off. Okay, why am I doing all this? Because I need to know the lighting. Okay, so there was a fluorescent over here. So I'm taking this off because we don't need a soffit that's overhead. And so kitchen, I'm gonna get rid of the word kitchen, service area. And then I need to go, well, I don't have to go anywhere. Click hold down to a rectangle. You put a rectangle there. You put one line through it. I just realized I should be drawing this with yellow. Yellow. And you can fill it with yellow. So there's your light. Okay, and I'll do a legend and we can actually find a line, do tools, say draw order, bring to front, and it won't do anything. Okay, so we don't worry about it. So what we can do is make the line around it black. So now it's highlighted a little bit better. Okay, so that's your fluorescent. And then there's fluorescence there, incandescence. Easiest way to do that is do fill with yellow, and we just do something like that. And then I'm seeing 1, 2. So copy, paste, change your snap, click, drag it over here, and then guesstimate that's about 5 feet. So go to your delta Y because you want to go 5 feet straight up. And then I know there's matching lights over here. So you highlight, copy, paste, change your snap, put your snap here, put it to the side of the light. And again, you can guesstimate or just zoom in a little bit. So you can grab that, which is only going to slide it left and right. And about there seems about equal. Okay, so then hit Control Save. You want to hit Control S every few minutes. Anybody commenting? Nobody watching? That's fine. You guys can all watch this in replay. I'm going to go beyond the... See, this is actually taking me longer to draw because I...
Go this way.
Okay,
The lighting.
okay, they got 3 lights across. This other, it's wider, so that makes sense. So I'm going to copy these, copy, paste. I'm going to pretend they're lined up from the other room. Then I'm going to grab that and slide it across. But this one is too far. Grab that line, slide it across. And then copy, paste, only one of them. Snap it to the side. Grab that line, drag it about there. It's okay if it's over a seat. You can't avoid that. So that's 3. And then obviously 3 more. And then that fluorescent. So we're gonna highlight, oops. We're gonna highlight those. And I don't want to copy the numbers. So if you hit Shift while things are highlighted, you can either add something to the highlight, or if you click on it, it'll take it away. So you click on the 12, that will take it away from what you've highlighted. Then copy, paste. You want them to be in line. So now what we do is we drag them right about to the bar because that's kind of where they're at. And what we do is you grab the Y like that. You see the cross? It's straight up. Then you let it go. You zoom in again where you want to move it to. Grab it straight up. Yeah, that's good enough. That's about where it's at. So those are the lighting here. These are the lights there for now. Control S to save.
Choose
Run away from
4
the
counts
camera.
over here. Lighting,
Oh, there's 3
lighting.
lights across, although those 2 aren't lit.
That one's not used for anything.
Hmm. Okay, so technically we got some lights that are out. So I see these not lit up. And there's 4 in front of the menus. And then the menu is right over the service area. So I'm actually going to cheat a little bit because, okay, you got 4. I'm going to put 2. Hey, hey, hey. No barking. Okay. That's over that counter. And it's
Ready
mainly
to
just
order.
uh, lighting over the seating areas
Hallway. Entrance.
because they do have fluorescence there. And what I'll do is I will add copy paste, move those over. I can grab that with the snap because I'm not really worried about snapping anywhere. It's going to be right in the middle. So that's the lighting plan. And so I'm going to copy and paste. I'm going to put that down there. I'm gonna copy and paste. And I'm just gonna say that, let's see, equals to fluorescent lights. Let me make that bigger. Like, let's say 15. There we go. Equals fluorescent lights equals LED lights flush to ceiling. Oops. My fingers are not working, as you know, or if you don't know. I got a pinched nerve, which is numbing two of my fingers in my right hand, which makes drawing a little bit difficult right now. And that's why I'm also looking for help because I move slow. 50-foot candle available for cleaning. Not clearing, cleaning. So, yeah, I'm a little handicapped right now, which is frustrating me because I like to move fast, as you can see. Okay, so now that's fine. A little bit of a lighting thing. That summary table. Let me get that summary table a little bit further away from that dimension. Closer to here. Boom. Let me move this a little bit over. I like things to kind of look centered. At least, I mean, look even, as artists, as we draw these things. So, boom, we're here. Um, this is 2, that's fine. So this is colored and we don't do colored. So when I export, I'm going to make it gray. Um, and I'll just show you that. This will be the last step. I'll pull away a little bit, try to keep the applicant information a little private. So we hit save. I'm going to hit my print. We go to PDF, and that's a whole different thing to get a PDF on your computer. We want to do an arch. I think we have to go, it's Arch D right there. And then we also make this an arch. That's ANSI, Arch D. And see, it does that. So something's wrong. We have to, this is, where's my 1/4 inch? Is this a 1/8? Can't be 1/8. 1/16? No, it's smaller. Where's 1/4 inch? A 1/2 inch? There it is. Good God. Blind. That's what it's supposed to be. 1/4 inch scale. It's a little off of the box. I'm going to try to. Oh, and see, okay, here we say gray tint only. You don't normally have to say that, but I don't know if this is going to print right. We'll see in a second. I think I'm going to have to move it slightly. Hey, pups. Why is everybody at my door? Give the guy some room. Otis, back away. Give him some room. Yeah, you better back off of my door. He's all like, what are you doing? Okay, we're going to hit save. It's going to print to the PDF, and then we're going to see what it's going to look like. Wait till some lines appear. Okay, so it didn't print right the first time. See how it's only a portion of the page? That happens sometimes when I use this PDF printer. We usually have to print it a second time. Say OK. Say save, say overwrite, or replace. This time it should come out correct. Yeah. So now we go boom. And see how it's a little off? So we got to move it. Okay, it's okay. So we grab the whole thing. I'm going to grab backwards. This makes sure you grab everything. The other way, you might miss something. So I'm going to pull it a little down and to the right. Boom. Hit save again. Then print a PDF one more time. Boom, save, replace. This one might work. Oh, we have the top border. Okay, I want to pull it straight down to see how there's too much space on the bottom, not enough uh, on top. So to do that, we again highlight everything, bring it down just a little, save, print a PDF. You don't normally have to do this, but this is a template that somebody else did for me on CAD and it transferred to here, and so she just had it a little bit off. Now it's too much the other way, so I'm not a perfectionist, but and one reason why it didn't work is because I had the snap on. I'm gonna take the snap off. Now I can move it just a little bit, like that. With the snap, it was trying to. There's no light. Save, print. Okay. Yep, save, replace. I'm gonna guess this one's gonna be right, or as close to right as possible. Yeah, there you go. So that's done. Boom. That is the end of this lesson. My next one is gonna be fixing the site plan. I should have put that as a delineation.